This first story is about a racist who has been harassing his neighbor. And James, you dropped one of the links showing that there was a counter protest. This is coming. There's an interview from CNN where they were interviewing Jannique Martinez. You know, I can't pronounce anybody's name, so you know I messed that up. I'm just going. I'm Jannique, whatever. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to keep going. But they've been harassed by their neighbor. Every time they come out of their front door, there is a monkey sound, clearly racist intentions to offend and harm and hurt this individual. I want to play the clip first from CNN so that we can get a pretty good context of what's going on with this story.
So, yep, a black family moves in and the neighbor tries to drive them out with monkey noises. Local police say while the behavior is appalling, it is not criminally actionable. Jannique Martinez joins me now. Jannique, thank you so much for joining. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. Good evening to you. You moved in 5 years ago. What's living next to that been like for you? I mean, did it start right away?
No, it did not start right away. It started maybe about a year and a half afterwards. And it started off, just, during the day. And again, depending on which one of the families stepped out, a different song would play. The lights on his house would start blinking because as we step out of our home, we would trigger sensors that would then turn on music. Or we had one family, as soon as they pulled up in their driveway, the music would start. Or if you step outside your house, everything will start recording. Or it was just constantly feeling like we're on surveillance, and then the music was just the cherry on top. It was a lot. But that's what it started with was that. You
got banjo music, monkey, and animal noises, flashing lights, but there is more, and I want everyone to listen to what else your neighbor is playing. Here it is.
From now on, if a person uses the word nigger, it must be at least 7 words away from the word guy. It appears that the nigger guy epidemic is a wall.
Yeah, so there it is, folks. That's the whole story. Whoever got something.
What do you do in those? What do you do in those moments? Like in those particular moments, I couldn't imagine what I would do. It's scary, right? Because you have so many feelings that arise. You have feelings of anger. You have feelings of fear. You have feelings of confusion. You have feelings of sadness because it's you, right? You're being targeted. Your home is being targeted. You're reminded that you're not seen as an equal, but then you want to go out and put hands on somebody. You want to go out and react, but your reaction may end up with you behind bars or dead.
That's right.
Hurt, house on fire, bricks through your window, harassment for like the rest of your time living in this neighborhood. What do you do? And especially as a woman, what do you do in that moment? I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know what to do because for me, I live alone. I don't know. I really don't know. That's a very scary thing. And then to be harassed in that way. And if you speak up, it's a problem. You don't even know if the police will be on your side in that moment. It's a scary, scary thing.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up because at the end of the day, you all talk behind a microphone and a speaker and some flashing damn lights. Let me come knock on your damn door and let's see what you're going to do now. You going to play the music in my face? Because I doubt that you are. Because that there makes no sense at all. You're not going to terrorize me in my own neighborhood where I pay taxes and pay money and move in here. Right. Yeah, I'm knocking on your damn door and let you call the police on me. That's cool. I'm going to call some people over too. Because I'm sick of all of this stuff. You ain't going to strike no fear in my heart, bro. Damn that. I ain't got time.
So here's the problem that I saw with that clip. The city attorney said, although it's offensive, there's nothing we can do about it. Well, let's assume that all of a sudden cars started coming up to the brother's house different cars start coming in my house. Tell me what the city attorney, what the neighbors and everybody else is thinking, because these different cars are coming in my house. And trust and believe the city attorney would find something wrong with that. They find a way to come out there and investigate that situation. But now playing music and saying that, blasting the N-word all over the community, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, since you want to talk about music, tell you what, that Brother Mac move in the hood, and I guarantee block party up in that mug you could ever imagine. I mean, from the block party where we got the whole block lit up, and you want music, you can get music till 4 a.m. We have that club lit, bid off. All of a sudden,
DJ Exclusive will be out there playing. Let's go.
Come on, DJ, drop them hits. Come on. Now all of a sudden, you're going to see the Homeowners Association come up with music ordinance and all kinds of ordinance of why I can't do what these crackers are doing. And since we do it like that,
wait a minute. Bro, Mac, wait. I didn't tell you. We on Act TV now. You can't be saying stuff like that in real time. Go.
Act TV, check this out. Act TV. If we can play the sound from CNN broadcasting the N-word, then you ain't got no problem with me coming out with a pack of saltines, crumbling them up, baby. Let the crackers crumble where they at. Like it or not.
That's my damn dog.
So
I ain't got no show no more, man.
All right, so just to get this back to a little bit of a serious note, the only thing that I see, like Bubba said, it's in our first response is probably I'm gonna go confront them, but that's what they want. That'll be playing right into their hand. Because then as soon as you do, they're gonna call the cops, and we the ones in the wrong because we done stepped on their property. But the only way to handle it is kind of like Dr. Mack said. All right, since the Homeowners Association and the other people don't want to do nothing about it, I'm gonna play this music and make y'all make some new rules that everybody got to follow.
There you go. Get a pack of saltine crackers and just crumble them up, record it, and then have the crackers crunching all night long. Cracker.
Listen, let me tell you something. No, wait. Listen, man, Brother Mac. That renovation that you did for Mama Mac, you better have some money left over for this show. I tell you that much. Go ahead.
But Ben, Rebecca Queen, DJ, check this out. Again, now let's assume, and I'm talking to you, Act TV, right now. I'm going to talk to you. Act TV.
Leave those people alone.
Oh, no. We're going to find out if you like it or not, Act TV. If you ain't got no problem with the Benjamin Dixon Show, like it or not, playing a clip from CNN, where they're using the N-word all over the place. If you got no problem with record them, crunching them up, and I'm gonna play that music I'm gonna play them crackers,
man. Listen,
all night long.
No, but you know me well enough, Brother Mac, to understand that we are going to organize. And there's some people who have already organized and showed up. We don't have audio of it, but we do have video. The people showed up in the neighborhood and did exactly what y'all are saying, right? They showed up and they protested. They did. I don't know if they did music till 4 a.m, and I think that is something that we should follow up with, because if the government, if the people who are, and Rebecca, you hit it, like, what is this sister supposed to do? What is she supposed to do when the people who are in charge of protecting and serving literally have told her, ain't nothing we could do?
This is the thing. Like I hear everyone speaking and it all sounds good. And these things that you guys are talking about, where they the follow up usually is people coming to the neighborhood, people standing in solidarity with this woman, because when it does go viral, when we do see it on camera, when we are fortunate enough to see these events happen and hear about them, we now can offer support, solidarity, and challenge the community leaders to do something else about it, and challenge the neighbor to stay in their, on their side of the tracks. But what about those people that it doesn't get any highlight, or it doesn't get any, any attention? That's what I would think about for myself. Who's going to protect those people? Because in some of these areas, like we said, we don't know who the good cop, the bad cop is. We just know who the cop is for a person that looks like us. But, usually what that outcome usually is. And if we were to confront the neighbor and say, stay off my property, we don't know how that would end up. We see these gun wielding neighbors usually for doing the slightest thing. So playing music might lead you to dying, might lead you to getting murdered, or lies may happen and say that she's in there selling drugs. We've seen a woman on a bicycle, a nosy neighbor was out there, a woman who lives in the neighborhood who just rides her bicycle to the front of the street so that she doesn't even have anybody come into her house physically. She sells hair. And she's selling hair on her cute little bicycle, and the neighbors accuse her of selling drugs and would call the police on her. You see what I'm saying? Nosy neighbors all up in your business. And, you know, and that woman, there's a video of that woman who being confronted by the nosy neighbor, and she had to remain calm that whole time. And everybody was like, if it was me, if it was me. But you have to understand, if it's you as a Black person, you got to make the choice. Am I going to stay calm in this particular moment, or am I going to sit here and possibly sacrifice myself to call this woman out on just need to mind your business? And it sucks because we have to choose. There's a time and a place. Is there any video cameras watching me? Is this woman going to lie and say that I threatened her? It's just going to be a moment where she falls out like a woman in Victoria's Secret, claiming that I've done something to her. Will the law be on my side, even though there's video? So those are the things that we have to think about. It's such a long, drawn out thing for us. For me, my first thing is I'm about to whoop her ass. That's my first thing. But then I got to think about all that other stuff that comes with it. And we don't know how it'll end up for us. So,
damn that. We ain't got to think about it. We just go pull up. Damn that. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be held hostage. And that's what's happening. In my own home. And I understand, I understand where you're coming from, Rebecca, and I do feel you because you do have to worry about all that stuff. But if I'm going to exhaust all of my resources, and if at the end of the day, after all my resources are exhausted, then I'm going to go ahead and try to take matters into my own hand.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just telling you right now, as plain and simple as I can do it. If the rules of the game is that they can play that music all night long, trust and believe there'll be a block party every weekend. It's going to be a block party up in that camp all weekend long. To the homeowners association, somebody comes out there and says, okay, we got to stop it all. Either you're going to stop it all or we're going to play
Virginia.
That was in Virginia.
Virginia Beach.
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
So what's funny is, I tell you guys all the time since I've moved here, when I first moved into my area, it's predominantly white. When I say predominantly white, it's predominantly white. A whole bunch of white YouTubers, right, live all around me. They play their country music. You see them on their balcony. You see them putting up, their little setups and stuff, and doing their videos, talking loudly, dogs barking all day, all night. In some instances, you hear them being intimate through the walls. Boring. You hear all of those things happening, right? But if I do the slightest of anything, when I play music in another language, when I play some trap music, when I play some soul music, when I'm cleaning, when I'm walking, I'm a tall girl. When I'm walking across my floor, my hardwood floors and high heels. Before I can even get to the door, I'm already being met with a police officer at the door saying, hey, there's complaints here. The other day I had to go down because they put a notice on my door. Yes, I didn't talk about this when they put a notice on my door. And I went down there with my hair wrapped up in my silk wrap.
Did you have a sick bonnet on?
It wasn't a bonnet. It was my silk leopard wrap. Had that thing wrapped up. Okay, guys, I wasn't ready. I was getting my trash because we have valet trash. I was getting my trash from the door. And I said, what is this note? What is this letter? They were saying, you need to keep the noise down or else. Basically, that's the letter that I got from this place. Oh, honey, still head was wrapped. At least I hit the toothbrush, but I just put on my slippers, okay? Didn't have time for a bra or nothing. Went down to the front. And I said, excuse me. What is this letter about? I told you guys once, twice that I will not be policed in my home by any of my neighbors. You guys are leaving a note on my door accusing me of being very noisy. There is no proof. There is nothing. What have I done? And then you said, if I do not rectify this, there will be consequences. This is a threat. What do I need to rectify first and foremost? Secondly, what will be the consequences for me so I can check you guys at the front door? I said, is there any examples? Is there anything? Because again, I've told you guys this, I will not be policed in my own home. Let me tell y'all, it was a Black woman. This management is predominantly white as well. But it was a Black woman who sat there. And I looked at her and she looked at me, honey. I spoke through my mask because at least I had time to grab my mask. I spoke through my mask and she was just looking at me and she was like, I hear your frustration. I said, cut it. I cut it, ma'am. There is no frustration here. This is not. I'm asking you a legit question. Okay. I know you're new. I said, I know you're new and everything like that, but there was a threat posted on my door. Yes, there was no. Who am I holding accountable, and why are you guys holding me accountable for something that you don't even know if I did or did not do? Did my whole row down my hallway get any letters? Because we don't know who was the ones making the noise, who's making the complaint. You're just going off of what they say, and you placed a letter on my door. And then she was just like, again, I said, I don't want to hear that you hear my frustration. If there is nothing that you can prove that I've done, do not put another letter on my door. There was no phone call made to me. There was no meeting that was had. There was no proof of me doing anything that you are, that there is no claim of what I am doing specifically, and there's no proof. Because these neighbors have said that I did something, you guys posted something on my door and threatened me. I told her I will not move from my place, and I will not be policing my home.